Hi everybody, I'm Boone and you're watching Brick Replay. Today we're going to take a look at set number 6894, Blacktron INVADER from 1987. Let's go check it out. Set number 6894, the Blacktron INVADER from 1987. This set came with 164 pieces, 2 minifigs that we'll get to in just a moment. I did not have this set as a child. My friend Tim once told me that he grew up with this set and has subsequently passed it on to his son, who is enjoying it today. I love these kinds of stories. This is what Brick Replay is all about. If you have any stories about how you got this set or the kind of imagination you used to play with this set when you were a kid, I would love for you to share them in the comment section below. I would like to make future videos where I feature some of the best stories from people who comment. I like this set. I'm not crazy about how it looks at first glance, but it's got some hidden features that I really enjoy. So this set is called INVADER, which leads me to believe that it might be used to invade someone else's territory. Therefore, it's sleek, it's slender, it's a one-man craft. It also reminds me of a light freighter. You know, this area in here, it will become clear that that's kind of a cargo hold area. Let's take a look at some of the features of this set. Of course, this set has the old original Blacktron inverted Triforce, as I like to think of it. And there's 3 on this set. There's one there, and there's one on each side of the fuselage of this craft. On this particular example, the top view shows both of those Blacktron logos, and one is just a little bit more faint than the other. You know, that may mean that this thing got some sun on one side for a while, or it may be that a part was replaced from a different set. Either way, it shows that someone liked this thing enough to have it on display, or cared enough to seek out a replacement part to bring it back to its original part count. The main box image shows the craft in this stage. The first thing that I want to take a look at is opening up these front wings. And I like this sort of view of this thing better. I think it looks better like this. You know, there's some angles where this thing looks pretty good with these wings open. So let's take a look inside the cockpit of this craft. We'll open it up. Oh, and there's our nice little Blacktron guy. There's a couple ways to open up the cockpit here. You can open just this yellow transparent canopy, or you can open the entire roof of the cockpit area, revealing this section here where you can stow some utilities or supplies. And we get 2 wonderful printed control pieces. One is a 1x2 tile. The other is a sloped brick. The sloped brick really reminds me, it's just black and red buttons. And it really reminds me of Star Trek, the original series, when, you know, it was very high-tech to have a wall full of buttons. You know, it's very old school today. I really like this in its simplicity. You guys know I love old stuff. So if we move back to the cargo hold area, we can see that it opens up like this. And hey, there is what we're going to say is our second minifigure for this set. It is a little robot, and we will pull him out in just a little while and look at him. We also have in here our wrench and our hammer, which I love about these old Lego space sets. These high-tech tools to work on your spacecraft. A wrench and a hammer. And then moving back to the rear of the craft, we have these kind of cool transparent red wings. In this stage, you know, they can be adjusted around, and they can be wings that you could imagine they're helping this craft perform different types of maneuvers. We also have a single round 2x2 brick representing a rocket booster back there. Again, we have a Blacktron Craft with secrets, and there are 3 sections to this craft that come apart. The first is this front cockpit section. Separates from our cargo hold section. And the cargo hold section separates from this rear section. Alright, so now our cargo hold section can kind of go off and sit on its own. Okay, we'll leave that behind. It can be sort of a stationary workplace on a planet's surface. And our the back piece and our cockpit can come together and make a smaller craft. All right, well now we've got this cool little smaller craft that can tool around the atmosphere or pop back out to the mothership. I really like how this looks. I think this is a better looking ship than when it has its cargo hold in place. But that's fine, you know. Cargo hold is useful. These wings can come out to here. Oh man, this is cool. These wings will actually go back beyond 90 degrees in this state. And I think that is a pretty cool look. If we separate these, you know, this could also be its own little thing. For some reason, to me, whenever I see a spacecraft that has a cockpit and sort of drops off at the back, it reminds me of a submersible for some reason. I'm not sure why. That's just sort of what I feel when I see this. However, I'm going to set that aside. Now this piece, oh, what does this look like? Man, to me, this now looks like some sort of satellite that might be floating around in orbit, or perhaps a probe that flies down to the surface and checks things out. You know, something like that. Again, we get the standard original Blacktron minifigure with this set. This is one of my favorite minifigs of all time. If you want to know why, go check out my review on set 6941, the Blacktron Bat Tracks. I really love this guy. Again, just black legs, black torso, black hands, black helmet, solid black visor, black air tanks. I love this guy. He is so sleek. And he's smiling. We've got our mean, evil, happy Blacktron guy. Okay, next up, we've got this itty bitty robot, this itty bitty droid. This man is probably one of the smallest droids that you could build out of Lego, or at least that they built as part of Lego sets back in this day. He's interesting. I've got him sitting on a white plate here, but in reality, he really just, man, that is him. And I'm not sure how good he is at standing up on his own. But let me tell you something I love about this guy. His head. I love this head. The 1x1 modified brick here with studs on all sides. That thing was so useful when I was a kid for accomplishing all kinds of special build techniques, and I remember not having very many, you know, in my bucket of play Lego. I didn't have very many of those, and so they were unique, they were useful. I really liked them. I like how these guys look together. You know, they might have come down to the surface and they're checking things out, and this he sounds a little too much like an astromech droid there. Anyway, you get the idea. So I've really grown to love the original Blacktron lately. For that reason, I love this set. That about wraps up my review. Remember, a toy is just a toy until a story brings it to life. Share your story about this set in the comments section below, and I'll share the best stories in a future video. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to click subscribe. To see the sets I currently have up for auction, follow the link in the doobly-doo. Thank you for watching Brick Replay.